You know what I noticed this morning?
That you ordered the same coffee again?
No. Well, yes. But that is not the point.
It is a little bit the point.
Fine. I like consistency. But I noticed something else. The man at the counter asked me one simple question. Do you want room for milk? I said, no, thank you. And that was it. 5 seconds. A complete conversation.
A very dramatic 5 seconds.
Life-changing.
Historic.
Exactly. But seriously, people often imagine that confidence in English comes from long conversations. They think they need to sit down with someone for 30 minutes and speak perfectly.
Or tell their whole life story without making one mistake.
Right. But most real confidence is built in much smaller moments.
Tiny conversations.
Micro-conversations.
I like that. A question, an answer, maybe one extra sentence.
And then you move on with your day.
Which is what we should probably do, because there are 3 people waiting for this table.
I thought they were admiring us.
Jordan, they are holding trays.
That does feel less like admiration.
Come on, take your coffee.
Wait, is that your cup or mine?
Yours says Jason.
Close enough.
Your name is Jordan.
I know. But correcting it would require a micro-conversation. And apparently, I am afraid.
Perfect. We have found the real topic.
All right, I'll do it.
Too late. We're already outside.
I survived.
Barely.
See, that is what I mean. Most people think speaking confidence appears one day like a light turning on, but it usually grows through ordinary interactions. You ask where something is, you thank someone, you make a small comment, you answer a question.
And each time your brain learns, oh, I can do this.
Exactly. Not, I can give a speech. Just, I can handle this moment.
That matters because the fear is often bigger before the conversation than during it.
Much bigger.
You can spend 10 minutes preparing one sentence in your head.
And then the actual conversation lasts 4 seconds.
Excuse me, is this seat free?
Yes.
Done.
Meanwhile, your brain prepared for an international summit.
With translators, cameras, and a formal dinner.
That is the strange thing about language anxiety. The imagination creates a huge event out of a very small human exchange.
Look, we can test it right now. That woman is trying to carry 2 boxes into the bookstore.
You want me to help her?
I want you to ask.
In English?
We are speaking English.
Fair point.
Go on.
Excuse me, would you like some help with that?
And she said yes.
I heard her.
Then take the box, hero.
This is heavier than it looks.
Confidence is heavy.
Nobody mentioned that.
Careful with the door.
Got it. Thank you.
There. Another micro conversation.
And a micro workout.
You're welcome.
You know what I like about that kind of moment? There is no time to perform. You cannot stop and build the perfect sentence. You just notice a person, say something useful, and respond.
Which makes the English more natural.
Because the goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to help.
Or to connect. Or just to complete a simple task.
That is why small conversations can be so powerful for learners. The pressure is low, but the experience is real.
And real experience changes you more than imaginary practice.
You can repeat, would you like some help? 50 times alone.
But saying it once to a real person feels different.
Your voice may shake a little.
You may speak too quietly.
You may forget one word.
But the person understands you.
And that becomes evidence.
Evidence is important. Confidence is not just positive thinking. It is memory.
Memory?
Yes. You remember I asked for directions and it was fine. I ordered lunch and it was fine. I spoke to the receptionist and it was fine.
So confidence is a collection of small, successful memories.
Exactly. Not perfect memories, successful ones.
I like that distinction.
Perfect means nothing went wrong. Successful means communication happened.
Even if you had to repeat yourself.
Even if you used the wrong word first.
Even if the other person said, sorry.
Especially then, because you learned that sorry is not a disaster.
It is usually just a request to say it again.
Or speak a little louder.
Or stop talking while a bus is passing.
Like now.
What?
Exactly.
I said.
I know. I was proving the point.
Very scientific.
Thank you.
We're almost at the corner. Do you remember when you first started speaking another language in public?
Yes. I remember buying a train ticket. I had practiced the sentence all morning.
One sentence?
One sentence. I knew the destination, the time, everything. I walked to the window, said it perfectly, and then the woman asked me a question I had not prepared for.
The nightmare.
Complete panic. I understood maybe 3 words. I smiled like a confused tourist and said, yes.
Was yes the right answer?
Not even close.
What did she ask?
She asked whether I wanted a one-way ticket or a return ticket.
And you said yes.
Confidently.
That is beautiful.
She looked at me for a second, then showed me two options with her hands. I understood, chose the return ticket, paid, and left.
So the conversation was messy,
Very messy.
but successful.
Completely successful. I got the ticket, I got on the train, and more importantly, I learned that confusion was survivable.
That might be the real lesson.
It is. Many learners are not truly afraid of English. They are afraid of the moment when English becomes unclear,
When they do not understand the question,
or when the other person does not understand them.
they want a guarantee that the conversation will stay inside the script.
But real conversations do not respect scripts.
Rude.
Very rude. They change direction. People ask follow-up questions. They speak too fast. They use words you do not know.
And yet, we still communicate.
With simple tools. Could you say that again? Do you mean this one? Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you show me?
Those sentences are not signs of failure.
They are conversation skills.
Hold on. We need to go into this building, right?
Yes. Third floor.
The door says we need to speak to reception.
Your moment has arrived.
Again,
Real confidence requires cardio.
good afternoon. We're here for the community room on the third floor.
She asked for the name,
It should be under Laura Mitchell.
and now she is checking.
This silence feels very long.
It has been 2 seconds.
She found it.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
That was easy.
Exactly.
But I can imagine someone standing outside this building for 5 minutes, rehearsing that same sentence.
Of course. Because before you speak, you are alone with every possible mistake.
After you speak, you are just two people solving something.
That is such an important shift. Before the conversation, English feels like a test. During the conversation, it becomes a tool.
And micro-conversations help you experience that shift again and again.
The elevator is taking forever.
We could take the stairs.
We could also respect our coffee.
Fair.
Let me ask you something. Why do people avoid these small opportunities?
Because they seem unimportant,
Sometimes. They think that conversation is too small to matter.
or they use gestures instead,
Yes, they point, they smile, they wait for someone else to speak.
which works.
It does. But every time you avoid a simple sentence you already know, you teach your brain that speaking is dangerous.
That sounds harsh, but it is true.
And every time you use the sentence, even imperfectly, you teach your brain the opposite.
Speaking is normal.
Speaking is manageable.
Speaking is just part of the day.
Third floor.
After you.
Thank you.
Another micro-conversation.
That one was almost too small.
No conversation is too small for this episode.
Should we sit in the room for a minute?
The meeting starts later. Let's leave the materials and go to the park.
Good idea. Put the folder on the table.
Done.
You almost forgot your coffee.
Jason's coffee.
He has had a long day.
So, how would you tell someone to start? Not with a challenge like speak English all day.
No. That can be overwhelming. I would tell them to look for one small opening.
One.
Ask a cashier a real question. Say one extra sentence to a coworker. Instead of only saying thank you, say thank you, I really appreciate it.
So the goal is not length.
The goal is participation.
I like that.
And once one small exchange feels normal, you add another.
Like steps.
Exactly. Confidence grows through repetition. But the repetition should feel human.
Not like memorizing a speech.
More like becoming familiar with the feeling of using English in real life.
The door is heavier from this side.
Push.
I am pushing.
The sign says pull.
English has betrayed me.
You see, even fluent speakers need support.
Please remove that from the episode.
Absolutely not.
Fine. But that is another good point. Small mistakes do not destroy the interaction.
Most of the time, they become part of it.
Sometimes they even make the moment warmer.
People laugh. You laugh. The conversation continues.
The problem is that learners often review every mistake later.
Yes. They go home and think, why did I say that? Why did I pause? My pronunciation sounded terrible.
They ignore the fact that the conversation worked.
That is why I would keep a different kind of record.
A record?
At the end of the day, ask yourself, where did I use English today? Not, was it perfect? Just, did I use it?
One sentence at the cafe.
One question in the bookstore.
One exchange at reception.
One comment to a neighbor.
That sounds almost too simple.
Simple is not the same as weak. Small actions are powerful because you can repeat them.
And repetition changes identity.
Yes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is preparing to speak English,
You become someone who speaks English.
even if it is only for 10 seconds at a time.
We're at the park.
And that bench is free.
Are you sure? Maybe we should prepare a sentence first.
Excuse me, bench, may we sit here?
What if it asks a follow-up question?
Then we run.
Finally, a solid strategy.
Sit down.
You know, this whole walk proves the idea. We did not have one long, impressive conversation with a stranger.
We had several tiny ones,
None of them changed the world.
but each one required us to notice, respond, and communicate.
And that is what real speaking is.
Not performing, participating.
Not waiting until your English feels complete.
Using the English you have in the moment you are in.
Maybe confidence is not the feeling that you can handle every conversation.
Maybe it is the trust that you can handle the next small moment.
The next question.
The next answer.
The next, sorry, could you repeat that?
The next, yes, this one.
The next, have a good day.
And then, without realizing it, those moments begin to connect.
A 5-second conversation becomes 30 seconds.
30 seconds becomes 2 minutes.
And one day, you notice that you are no longer translating every sentence before you speak.
You are simply there,
Listening.
responding.
Laughing when someone pulls a door that clearly says push.
It said pull.
We may never know.
We absolutely know.
But we agree on the important thing.
Confidence does not always begin with courage for a big conversation,
Sometimes it begins with one small sentence,
said to one real person,
in one ordinary moment,
and then another,
and another.
until speaking English no longer feels like a special event.
It feels like part of your life.
So today, do not wait for the perfect conversation.
Look for the smallest real one.
Ask a question.
Make a comment.
Say one extra sentence.
Let the moment be imperfect,
Let it be human.
because every micro conversation leaves something behind,
A little less fear.
a little more evidence.
A little more trust in your own voice.
And that is how real confidence grows,
Quietly.
naturally.
One conversation at a time.